Good afternoon and welcome to Round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League, live from the beautiful Mars Stadium this afternoon. Match of the round, it is North Ballarat hosting Sebastopol, 7th hosting 3rd in a big clash this afternoon. Team sheets have just come in. 3 changes for the home side. McGeegan, Gray and Solomon come in for Glover, McCartan and Chatfield. Whilst for the Borough, they've made 4 changes of their own. Kirby, he's back from the NT. The coach and Keel, who's back in the lineup. Widgery and O'Keefe comes in. Missing out, of course, is Cassidy. Re-injured that hamstring, which has hampered him throughout season 2023 thus far. Forbes, Crone and Veal also make ways, but weight on paper has to say go the way of the Borough this afternoon. North Ballarat without Glover, Chatfield, McCartan, their inspirational skipper. Hard to see them getting the job done this afternoon. They're going to need goals. Quicks led the way for them this season thus far with 14, but no real cavalry along with him thus far. So, logical tip for mine would have to be Sebastopol this afternoon live from Mars Stadium. Players are moved in position here to get action underway this afternoon. The home side kicking to the right of screen. Letting the ruck with McCallum going up against Kirby. Cramry starting in the midfield where he has thus far. Of course, played his AFL footy for Essendon, Geelong and the Western Bulldogs inside forward 50. McCartney has been using that bigger frame around the contest and will line up there this afternoon. We're ready to go here live at Mars Stadium and we're off and running with McCallum knocking down straight to that man Cramry. He left it behind. Medwell couldn't quite gather. Kirby gets the opening clearance and dumps it inside 50 with a thumping ball. Ball hits the deck. Keeble waits down. Tries to shovel the hand pass in the Hutt direction. He's sweeping balls an ugly one. Hot footy be won and a run down tackle from behind results in a free kick and a shot on goal coming up for O'Keefe directly in front. Keeble down after the contest, collected high after his hand pass. Lockie O'Keefe with the opening shot to kick things off here in the opening minute. Just in the paint. O'Keefe unloads the footy. He's going to go right to the goal square in the ends. Hart tried to go up the deck. Goal umpire wants to consult with the umpire. I think the clear appeals from Harry Loader on the goal line suggest hit the post. No real celebration from Hutt to remonstrate, so this will be called behind, one would think. Long consultation, and the correct decision has been made. Well, it's a goal, that. After that very long consultation, very innocuous, goal umpire said did not hit the post. Toby Hutt got boot to ball, and the opening goal of the game goes the way of the Borough. Number 18 for the season for the spearhead from the Borough. We're off and running once again here at Mars Stadium. McCallum winning this one down. Trying to come through the midfield there. Going nowhere. A big tackle was Simpson. Off and going again. McCallum reaching up, want it down. Keel. He's also wrapped up. Another ball up is the result. Back underway. Kirby. Got the first tab, but McCallum fisted it further forward and North Ballarat worked to centre half forward. Stolen here by Notha. Outside the foot, kicks in the O'Shea direction. He got an unkind bounce. Carey was confronted immediately by Keel, who bust his way through the hand pass. Big tackle applied by Lockyer coming through. And it's a hot start here for the Borough. A couple of great run-down tackles. Their captain, Tony Lockyer, with it. 43 disposals last week. 41 kicks, if you don't mind. And he finds his coaching Keel will come across with a nice pass. And Medwell will send this one inside 50, looking for the leader, Paps, and the kick is perfect. He marks on his chest. 48 metres from goal or so. Short one will find Dummett. Right on his limit, will shoot just outside 50 if he chooses to. So Dummett with footy. Sets this one up. Will fail to make the distance. Stowe couldn't quite get a big fist from behind there from North Ballarat and by Lovinson. Smothered. Quick snap by Latch. Near side minor score. 1-1-7. The Borough lead North Ballarat. Yet to score in this contest. Live round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League here at Mars Stadium. So North will come broadcast side through Loader. Kicks a beauty. Marks taken there by Quick. Working a long way up the ground. Looks inboard with the pass. It's a nice one. Coming broadcast side is North. Carey couldn't take the mark. Ball hits the turf. Goes the second time as Carey's confronted immediately by Banbury. Ball spills free. On the deck there with the hand pass was Gray. Went to no one in particular. Medwell gave it to Banbury. Wheels around. Right foot snap will go towards the half forward line. Hill wants it at the back. Won't get it. Sparkman with the first one to get there. Turns on the afterburners. Looks to go to the outside. Kicks in the direction there of Duffy. In a foot race with Tucker Harvey. Went off the deck, did Duffy, but Harvey kept his feet. That was the key. Hand pass at the back will find Keel. The coach with a measured pass and back towards Harvey, who continued to run on as a nice pass. Mark taking the attacking side of centre wing on the outer side of the ground here at Mars Stadium. Harvey with it. Has men behind the footy field, wants to go backwards, but elects to go inside 50 with the kick. It's ill-directed. Mark should be taken into defence there by North Ballarat and by Ryan Polkinghorn. Plays on. Goes down the middle with a kick. Was looking for Cramry. Couldn't reach it with his fingertips. Keel reaching over the top. Brought to ground. Cramry involved again. North Ballarat rushed this one inside forward 50. Keith's not paid the mark. At the back went to Banbury. Looks to go out of side. Found Hutt. He's able to wait for the ball to bounce and stop and prop. Looks laterally and finds Keel. Composed play by Sebastopol behind the footy. A very well-oiled machine. Led by this man, Luke Keel. You go back in defence and find Notha as the Borough look to switch out towards the broadcast side. O'Keefe at halfback should mark. Well, left behind and now has a problem. Steps around a whoopie tackle and goes short to Banbury. He was here for an attorney on the broadcast side. Played on. Spun on a dime. Went back onto his right side. It's a beautiful kick. Lockyer presents a marks on true centre wing. Right in front of the commentary box as he goes short to Stowe. Big man starting the bench this afternoon. And now goes inside forward 50. Was looking for Kirby. Off hands. Widgery tried to spin out the tackle. Big one applied there by Arts. And 60 metres from goal. We'll have a ball up. Attacking on the ground for the Borough. They lead 1-1-7. North Ballarat still yet to score on this one. Kirby hands on it. Knocked it down. Comes through to Sparkman. Left this one behind. In there was O'Shea. Did he drag that one in? Umpire gave him an attorney to get it out. In the end, Arts just dumps the footy in towards the centre of the ground. Big don't argue there was from Cooper Littlehayes. Ball spills at the back and goes towards centre wing. Keel. Right foot kicks a good one. Should be fine its target. Mark wasn't held though by the Borough, and North Ballarat will come away with it. On the outer side, chiseling ball was a good one in the quick direction. Nice ball there by Notha. Sees it out of play. Just the attacking side of centre wing on the outer side. Virtually opposite from our broadcast position this afternoon here at the wonderful Mars Stadium. A cold but pretty much perfect afternoon football. No real wind to speak of here. Kirby reaching over top wins this one down. Dummett got the unkind bounce and saw that he had Riley Polkinghorn in his way and was happy to professionally fumble that one out of bounds. Polkinghorn leading North Ballarat this season in the disposals tally, averaging 33 a game. One down once again by Kirby, winning that battle early as he goes towards O'Shea. He sends it towards the half-forward line. Loader and Hutt neutrally knocked down, and the ball goes off hands and out of play. Umpire says it must hit a boot, so free kicked away Sebastopol. So everything going the way of the Borough. They look to load up inside forward 50. In the Stowe direction, this kick comes. Loaded it enough. Loverson at the back. Picks it up. Looks for the line. Was brought to ground in the hut tackle. And umpire says, give it to me. I'll throw it in the air. Deep in the right forward pocket. 35 metres out from goal. Back underway. McCallum over the top this time. Wins it down. Kirby weighted down and tried to rush the ball further afield with the hand pass, but went out of bounds. Ball in, says the umpire. Territorial battle here, very much won by the Sebastopol. Can they make a count on the scoreboard? They're jostling the ruck, and Kirby got both arms around the big frame of Cam McCallum, and free kick to him as North will go long towards the outside through Troon. Big fly, couldn't take the mark. Opportunity here for McGigan. He'll go backwards with the kick back towards Troon. Had to sit and wait, and Kirby arrived late. Got the fist, but the umpire says it was chopping of the arms, and free kick to North. And the Roosters will look to go through Troon on the outside once again with the ball. Nice hand pass, finds the overlap player. As we'll go a long one towards the half-forward line. Quick against the target, and took the mark running forward from 60. Has a vacant 50 to aim at. Does quick. Bouncing balls offline. Minor score. First time this afternoon North get on the board. It's a blemish. One behind. Trails 117 here at Mars Stadium. Lockyer looks very quick into the pocket and find Notha. He plays on. Long ball down the line's a good one. Mark is taken there by Keel, who can just chip over the top in the Kirby direction. Just overcooked it a little bit. Tough one to handle. Hutt will pick it up on centre wing. Goes inside with the hand pass. Run down from behind. Amazing tackle there by North as they rush it towards the half-forward line. Simpson with the hot hands. Missed his target. Widgery coming through. Busted his gut. Off the deck goes McCallum. Sends it inside the centre of the ground. Little Hayes couldn't take the mark. Brazil with the hand pass, coughed it up. Big run-down tackle by the Borough. Done it with clean with one hand. Hand pass was ill-directed though. Quick kick by North Ballarat. Umpire says he'll pay the mark. Banbury takes it. Was brought to ground. No 50-metre penalty though. And the Borough from centre half back go down the middle. Was looking for the target there of Brazil, but Jenkins comes away with it. Left foot kick goes the other side. Finds McCallum. Big fella was a nice pass. Finds McGigan. He marks in between centre wing and half forward. Dumps it inside forward 50. Banbury getting back though. Took a wonderful grab. One hand with the spoil. And in his lap. Great start by Jack Banbury. Really controlling things in defence with a couple of great marks. Plays on. Looks towards the outer side. Was looking for Hutt. Bounced off his chest. Right foot kick will go towards half forward, but nobody home. Loader sagging off, takes the mark. Comes inside with the kick. Almost coughed it up, but fortuitously work out the way towards Cramry. Dumps a long one inside, forward 50, looking for quick. Waits down, okay, unopposed. Dropped probably a simple mark for his standards. And high contact coming through will result in a shot on goal here for North Ballarat. Notha remonstrating, saying his opponent ducked. Umpire says no. Shot on goal will be the result. So despite not having the real run of the play, North Ballarat, they will get an opportunity to level scores here at the 11.5-minute mark. Kick is on its way. It's a beautiful left foot kick. And a big celebration follows. North Ballarat level the scores here, 1-1-7 apiece. Goal was through Solomon. His first game in black and white this season and on the scoreboard early. McCallum wins it down, looking for the target man in Polkinghorn. Hand pass over the top was a bit too hot. Snowden with the spoil knocked away towards Widgery. Over top to O'Shea. Fades the hand pass and decides to dump a long one inside to 50 to full forward, but well read off the boot there by Loader. Takes the mark at the full back position. Looks to go quickly in the Carey direction. Left foot kick is down the line. Overrunning was McGigan, but so did Banbury. Slapped on there forward by North Ballarat and by Lamb. Couldn't find his target. And in the end, the big tackle on centre wing on the outside will result in a stoppage. Almost 13 minutes played in the opening term. McCallum wins it down. Straight to Cramry. His kick was smothered. Straight in the area it goes. Cramry gets a second bite of the cherry, but his hand pass was smothered once again. And we get a ball in. On true centre wing, eventually opposite our broadcast position on the outer side. Round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League here live from Mars Stadium. 1-1-7 apiece. Back underway. McCallum got rid of Kirby and illegally said the umpire. Free kick will go away. The big man of Sebastopol this time. So Kirby back after revisiting home in the territory. Finds Medwell laterally, who can continue on here towards the broadcast side. Was looking for Keel to drop the easy mark. A little bit rusty from the coach on that occasion. Put Medwell under pressure. Went back with the hand pass to O'Keefe. Polkinghorn's got him with the tackle. Coming into as support is Lamb. And the Borough really mucked things up there, trying to come in towards the corridor. Drop mark from Luke Keel has now resulted in a stoppage pretty much in the centre of the ground as McCallum wins it down. Polkinghorn with it. Will send it inside 50. Quick's got off the chain. The ball can get there. It's not in his favour. It bounces on its point and goes out of play. We'll get a ball into the half-forward line here at Mars Stadium. 1-1-7 apiece. 14.5 minutes played in the opening term. After a rusty start, North Ballarat very much worked their way back into the contest. Led by, of course, Polkinghorn in the midfield. Cramry's had some important touches. Not clean, but getting his hands to footy, which is good to see for North Ballarat fans this afternoon. We're back underway at the half-forward line for the home side. Again, McCallum wins it down. Kirby was looking for Snowden with the hand pass. He shoveled one out in the Keel direction. Quick kick there was smothered there by the Borough. Going again was Banbury. Ends up in the lap of Medwell, who just dumps it out of the fence. Looking towards Stowe at centre wing. Big fly off the top, dropped there by Loader. Hand pass was a good one coming there from Ryan Polkinghorn. And North Ballarat drill another one inside forward 50. Quick over the top. Couldn't quite take the mark on this occasion. Banbury got off the Widgery. He looks to come broadcast side. Nice ball. Should be marked there by O'Shea. He continues to run on with the loose man at half forward. Kicks in between Stowe and Paps. And the overlap doesn't work for the Borough. North Ballarat come away with it. Polkinghorn marks, broadcast side. Off there to Troon. Now to Quick, working high up the ground. Little dance step was fancy. Got around one, now two. High ball will go towards half forward. Should have been marked there by Lamb. Had support. His hand pass was ill-directed. Still might work out here for North Ballarat. Lamb goes the second time. Simpson gets it. Dumps it inside forward 50. McGigan will arrive late. Couldn't take the mark. Where are the crumbs for North? Sebastian with it on the deck. Little Hayes, the big fella, tried to pick the footy up. Elected to keep it in, which was a strange option. Might open the door here for North. Lateral kick inside 50. Will find Cramry unopposed. 30 metres out. In only his third senior game for the Borough, Little Hayes deep in the right forward pocket. Went between the legs trying to keep it in. Strange option, deep in your defence. North Ballarat are going to make him pay. Cramry, slight angle. 35 metres out, if you will, comes in with the kick and makes no mistake. North get two in a row here. They're 2-1-13. Sebastopol 1-1-7 here live at Mars Stadium. Only Cramry's fifth goal of the 2023 season. First year in black and white. Spent the majority in the inside and the midfield. But his importance this afternoon has to be at both ends. Has to hit the scoreboard. Has early here. 7.5 minutes played. We're back underway here at Mars Stadium with McCallum winning it down. Simpson going nowhere and we'll get a ball up. Still in neutral territory here. So Kirby and McCallum once again will go to battle. McCallum reaches over the top, knocked in the Cranberry direction. Hutt holding on to him for dear life. Ball spills free. Kirby, quick hand pass, coughed off his opposing man in McCallum. He went inside 50. Lockyer couldn't take the intercept mark. Now he has a problem as the ball's falling in his lap. Umpire said he didn't drag it in. Rightfully so. We'll get a ball up just inside forward 50. 18 minutes played in the opening term here at Mars Stadium. The big fella McCallum having his way, wins it down once again. Quick kick coming from North Ballarat will go towards the hot spot. Big fisto top by Lockyer, brought it to ground. Little Hayes with the tackle and got it towards the back. Did Lockyer to see it through for a Maya score. 2-2-14 leads 1-1-7 here. So the captain Lockyer will bring it in once again. Pulls the kick late and was looking for Stowe. Cranberry read it best off the boot. Didn't complete the mark. Goes at the back and finds Jenkins. He hits the hot spot with the high kick. McGigan couldn't take the mark on this occasion. Ball still in dispute. Hand pass off to Arts. It was smothered. Snowden tried to manufacture the hand pass there to Harvey. Under siege here is the Sebastopol defence. As the ball's been locked up inside forward 50 once again as we approach time on in the opening term. After a slow start, North Ballarat have asserted their dominance in this contest. Notha slipped through his fingertips from the clearance. And the follow-up tackle by the big man McCallum will lock things up. As Riley Polkinghorn gets his way back onto the ground for North Ballarat. We'll come up to this contest in just a moment's time. They probably needing the clearance as Widgery dumps that one out the fence. Jenkins takes the mark, and Stowe, who was maybe a bit overzealous, lucky enough to give away the 50. But dual premiership player Clay Jenkins will have it, taking inside centre wing on the broadcast side. He's called to go as he'll really off the insteps. Not struck that footy nicely at all. He's coughed it up. Mark's taken it there by Keel. He's now called to go as the coach. Just goes short to Medwell to the required 15 metres. A fit Bailey Medwell this year, averaging 26.5 a game. Goes in defence and finds Kirby. As the Barra look to switch towards the outside, O'Keefe with this one. Has no the short. Wants to go longer afield and looks for his brother and Lockie. Kick was good enough. Just couldn't hang on the marking contest there was Lockie. O'Keefe as it spilled out of play. As we'll get a ball in between half forward and centre wing on the outside for the Borough. Trail early into time on in the opening term by 7 points. Stowe now having to run the ruck against McCallum. The big man from North wins it straight down to Polkinghorn. Coughed it off to Keel. Dumps it inside forward 50. Crummer here was Hill. Right foot snap will go to the full forward position. Off the bonnet there of Keeble. Ball still in dispute. Umpire says it was a high tackle though. It will favour North Ballarat and it will favour Jenkins deep in defence. Paps just getting over the shoulder of his direct opponent on that occasion. So the experienced Jenkins has it. Looks to dump a long one down the outer side. Waiting down was Notha. He'll send it inside forward 50 to the hot spot. Dropping the mark was Loverson, one he probably should have held on to, but the quick kick from North Ballarat does the clear defence. They want to see it through the middle here of Mars Stadium now. Opportunity at ground level for Solomon. O'Keefe got a hand in there to lock things up. Otherwise, Solomon was off to the races and Quick was getting at the back of the contest. And a ball up is the result. Neutral territory, middle of Mars Stadium, 22 minutes played. Back and running with McCallum with a big fist. Off the deck go North. Keel. Hand pass finds Little Hales. Good kick inboard, should find Widgery. Couldn't complete the mark, but able to put on the dance step and get away from his direct opponent. Medwell inside to Berzeal. Right foot kick goes inside, forward 50, it's a nice one. Mark's taken by Hugo Paps, sliding in on hands and knees. He'll line up directly in front from 40 metres out. That's the quick thinking there of Ryan Berzeal, one of the off-season recruits from the Borough, from the St. Joey's Footy Factory down in Geelong. Quick kick there, found Pap sliding in and directly in front. Hugo comes in with the kick and splits the middle here as the Borough move to 2 goals, 113. North Ballarat have slight ascendancy at 2-14 here live at Mars Stadium. The Borough's two-prong attack to hit the scoreboard early through Hutt and Pabst, their leading goal kickers in season 2023, whilst for North Ballarat, Cramry, of course, kicked one, and so did Solomon, his first game of season 2023. 1 point the margin here, 23.5 minutes played. We'll get back underway with Kirby and McCallum. The big man from North Ballarat knocked it down straight to Medwell, to Hutt, right foot kick, gained 5 metres or so, Dummett from the back of the contest, couldn't extract. Polkinghorn is wrapped up by Capel, Latch, and Medwell doing the tackling on this occasion. Back underway. Kirby wins this one. Cramry went without it. Hutt tries to come away with it, but is wrapped up in a Fletcher Loader tackle. Number 25 without the helmet in season 2023. Knocked forward by Medwell, but only as far as North Ballarat as Faulkner dumps it inside forward 50. On this occasion, O'Keefe holds the mark in defence. Nice one and comes out towards Medwell. Buster got to get to that one. Kicks in the Latch direction. Showed strong hands in between two North Ballarat players. Looks to go down the line. Kick's going to be good in the Paps direction. Bounced at his feet. Simpson with a big bump up to meet Paps, and the ball spills out the back. And in the end, it's gone out of play. We'll get a ball in, broadcast side, in between centre wing and the half-forward line for Sebastopol. They've trailed by 1 point here in round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Kirby wins it down. O'Keefe up the contest here, following his direct man in quick. Notha go over the shoulder. Free kick will be the way of Polkinghorn. Defensive side of centre wing plays on immediately. There's Riley, and the kick's a beauty to quick. He's worked hard back to get towards centre half forward. Hand pass finds a teammate. Now Simpson goes around to that left side, sends it inside forward 50, looking for McGigan, and he takes the mark. Tucked up in the left forward pocket, 40 from goal. Can use the stand rule to his advantage and open up the angle if he likes. Inclusion back into the lineup this week. Will take his best strike from here. The Declan McGigan tucked up against the left forward pocket. That 45 metres he'll kick from. Kick was always going to fall in the goal square. Cramry at the back. McCallum weighted down. The big man does the roving himself and pops through the third goal of the afternoon for North Ballarat. Along the delay as we wait for the ball to come from back over the goals. But what the big fella doesn't do in the air, he does at ground level. Cramry flew, couldn't take the mark, but McCallum with the clean grab and snap. North Ballarat moved to 3 goals, 2-20. Sebastopol 2-1-13 here at Mars Stadium. And worrying signs for Mick Colombo in the coach's box below us, with North getting it done in the midfield and hitting the scoreboard despite no Chatfield, no Riding, no Glover inside forward 50 this afternoon. Back underway here at Mars Stadium once again. The big man McCallum down to Cramry, to Simpson, towards half forward, the bouncing ball. Trying to duck his head to get his way through there was O'Keefe. Umpire wiser to that, didn't blow the whistle. And Kirby has to do some follow-up with the tackle to lock things up at half back for the Borough. Back underway. Kirby wins this one. Straight to Simpson, who sent it straight back to Kirby. Medwell with the hand pass. Coughed up the Cramry. Got through one, now 2 tackles. Sweeping hand pass is a good one in the McGigan direction. He goes back to Cramry. Had to stop and wait. Hutt wearing him closely. Brought him to the ground as the ball spills free to Medwell, who's had plenty of it. That kick was in the latch direction. Couldn't hang on this occasion. As off hands, it goes out of play. But again, it's the important touches from those A-graders from North Ballarat, Cramry, McCullum, particularly doing the damage early here. You would have thought Kirby had the advantage at ground level against Cam McCullum, but the big fella showed he's not just a one-trick pony with that goal only moments ago. He fisted forward towards half forward. O'Shea couldn't gather. Now quick coming through. Hand pass to Simpson. Opportunity here for North to send inside 50 through Faulkner. His kick was Smothers. A bounce back to him as he went to the turf. Ball up is the result just outside forward 50. 28.5 minutes played in the opening term. 3-2-20. North Ballarat lead Sebastopol 2-1-13. Here live at Mars Stadium. Kirby tried to sock it out mid-air from the ruck contest as both men were holding. And another ball up is the result. Now back underway. McCallum again decisively wins it down. Follow up by Big Kirby was good to lock things up. Electing at times not to go in the air against McCallum and try to rode his opposing ruckman's tap. This one's down to Cramry. Got some separation. Runs to 40. Left foot kick is on goal. Just across the face. Would have been a special goal from Shuey Cramry, but a minor score as a result. 3-3-21 leads, 2-1-13, 29.5 minutes played in the opening term. The ever-reliable Lockyer will bring it back in the field of play. Looks to go the outer side this time and uses his full measure as a long kicks towards centre wing. Hill couldn't complete the mark in front. Polkinghorn tries to find Carey, who gets it. Trying to bust away from his direct opponent. North Ballarat rush it back towards Polkinghorn, who waits from the contest and drills this one inside forward 50. Over the top, Snowden with the mark. Gave it to a hot Lockyer, putting him under all sorts of pressure. And maybe a bit overzealous to try to get one late where was Sebastopol after a great intercept grab by Grady Snowden, has to be said. Almost put his teammate Lockyer in all sorts of pressure and resulted in a goal the other way. But nevertheless, quarter time here in round 7 action to McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League here live at the Mars Stadium. We'll take a break and be back for the second term shortly.
Push buttons to park magically. The McValue Bundle at Macca's. A choice of your favourite burgers, together with fries and drinks for just $26.95. Did we just find something the whole family can agree on?
We're back here at Mars Stadium for round 7 action in McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Quarter time sees North Ballarat leading 3-3-21. Sebastopol 2-1-13 goals to Cranberry, McCallum and Solomon for North. Whilst for the Borough, it's been Hutt and Paps on the score sheet for them. After the opening 10 minutes was all Sebastopol, Brent McCartney definitely got his charges going in that term. The important A-graders in McCallum, Arts, Cranberry and Polkinghorn finding plenty of the football. Led the way from the front to midfield. The Borough really missing the 2020 Henderson medalist in Lockie Cassidy in the clearance stakes. Besides Medwell, who's battled hard, really gets smashed around the footy at the minute. And that's something they need to rectify in this second term. And maybe look, they're flipping some magnets. Use that power move. Maybe get Lockyer in there for a few. I know Keel's a little bit underdone, but get him in there. Get his bigger frame around the contest. Of course, played midfield in the VFL for a number of years with the Cats. And, of course, North Ballarat. Ready to go here for the second term live at Mars Stadium. McCallum goes whack and fisted it forward. Coming up the square together, this one there was Gray as they send it inside forward 50 to the Roosters. Ball hits the turf. Scott couldn't gather as a hand pass there from Notha. Found Keel. So he dumps it towards the other side. Sparkman, though, read it best. Reacted first, took the mark. Taking side centre wing for North Ballarat. Josh Sparkman was sending inside forward 50. Lockyer from the side couldn't take the grab. Lockyer got it there to Medwell. Banbury comes away with it. Spearing pass should find Kirby, and he can continue to come on here towards the broadcast side to O'Shea. Was touched off the boots, had to go quickly to Hill, and he marks. There's his great mate in Medwell working for him. Ignores that option and dumps it towards half forward. Hutt will have a few to beat in the air. In the end, had to do the defensive thing and fist it. As big Cam McCallum got himself behind the footy. Loader also in the contest. Good matchup inside forward 50. Harry Loader and Toby Hutt. Kirby wins this one down. O'Shea will get the clearance with the hand pass there to Hutt of the Ben variety. And he dumps it inside 50 looking for Stowe. Couldn't take the mark. Off the deck go North Ballarat to clear. Gray. Hand pass was a hot one. Was looking for Troom. Still might work out here for Duffy. Has Sparkman at the back. Tried a little cheeky hand pass. O'Keefe was aware of it. Gave the footy and locked things up inside forward 50. We'll get a ball up about 90 seconds into the second term. Here, live at Mars Stadium. Kirby wins it down. Big tackle applied there by Latch. Has Jenkins going nowhere. We're back underway inside 50 for the Borough. Trying to come away with that one was Solomon. Went between his legs. Hutt applies a big tackle there on Polkinghorn. And the umpire says, give it to me. I'll throw it in the air. True centre half forward. Back and running. One down there by Kirby on this occasion. Gray went without it. Cranberry showed his strength. Got away from one. And dumps a ball inside a vacant forward 50. Foot race on in earnest. Trying to get there first there is Keel. Wasn't clean. Might open the door here for Lamb. Snowden did enough to worry him out of the footy, and the Borough prevail with numbers through Banbury. Nice ball, finds O'Shea. He'll chip it down the line for Latch, who's worked high up the ground here to take a nice mark. Slim Latch with it. His kick inboard's a good one. Spot the pocket that Dummett was able to find. Has Latch working for the overlap. Kicks off the outside, the boot, trying to dump a long one down the line, and out in the full it goes, or a mark would have been taken there by Sparkman regardless. Poor execution going forward, the footy there from the Borough. Sparkman will send a long one down towards true centre wing. Big fly there by Lamb, could take the mark. Notha with a quick kick, gets it forward. It was touched off the boot though. Stowe didn't complete the mark regardless. Sweeping ball, find Hill. Looks inside 50, decides to pull the kick to Hutt. Nice slips catch, 60 from goal, takes the mark. Toby Hutt, too far to score. Sends it to the hot spot. Was looking for Kirby, pulled it late. O'Keefe got it ready to direct opponent and dropped the mark inside forward. 50. Knocked there by Troon. Harvey trying to slip back towards Hutt. And then the ball goes out of bounds. And that's a good win there for North Ballarat because they're outnumbered inside forward 50. But again, poor execution for the football by Sebastopol has resulted in a no score. 60 from goal. We'll get a ball in. 4 minutes played about in this second term. One down there by McCallum. Polkinghorn over around this one. Dumped inside 50 there by Dummett. Loader takes the mark of the full-back position. Outsides Pabst in the air on that occasion. Looks to come broadcast side and should find Polkinghorn of the rain variety. Dropped an easy mark, but can go back by hand and find a teammate as Sparkman looked to pick out a player in between a few, but only found Banbury. And Bam Bam goes over the top looking there for Dummett. He overcooked the kick. Mark's taken there by Polkinghorn. Poor execution of a foot by both sides to start this term as he goes inboard to the big man McCallum. Can't miss him. He marks. Sweeping ball at the back. Finds a teammate. Scott looks for the 1-2 to Sparkman as he goes inside 50 and coughs it up to no one. Mark's taken there by Lockyer. Had 17 marks last week in the Borough's win over Lake Wendouree. Sebastopol beating the 4 bottom sides to start season 2023. The only real test and loss came against Melton a few weeks ago. They look to go towards centre wing on the outside. O'Keefe couldn't mark. Off the deck go North Ballarat. Harvey running our real estate will get a ball in on the attacking side of centre wing for North Ballarat. As I said, no real challenges thus far besides Melton, which is a game they led until half time back in round 3, then lost. North Ballarat just outside the 6. Their next challengers today, who are leading in the early stages by 8 points. Hand pass there, finds Simpson. Whiz runs to the trusty left side. Elects the hand pass to Sparkman, who dumps a long one inside 50. Off hands, quick, waiting down. Right foot dribbling kick, needs a nice little bounce, and it rolls into the post. Minor score. Lockie wants to go really quick and come broadcast side. Looks for Hill. Showtime. Jed Hill with a wonderful grab on centre wing and comes inboard. Finds Berzeel, who will look to go towards the outer side to Kirby. Big fella couldn't take the mark. Able to stop and prop and get the left foot kick down the line. Harvey takes the mark. 65 from goal. Plays on. And dumps a long one inside forward 50 for Hutt. Elected weight down this occasion. The Borough need the crummers. Harvey with the left foot snap. Paps in the goal square will mark and kick the second. Sebastopol moved to 3 goals, 1-19. And North Ballarat 3-4-22 lead the way here at Mars Stadium. Hugo Paps kicks the opening goal of the second term, but all that play was set up by the big Specky here on centre wing by Jed Hill. Got the ball going for the Borough. Back on the way here, McCallum, well, just poured it out the ruck with his bare hand. Took it cleanly. Couldn't find a teammate though. We'll get a restart in the centre of Mars Stadium. 3 points your margin here, ladies and gentlemen. The way of North Ballarat. Wins it down. Opportunity here for Loader. Right foot kick will go towards the vacant outer side. Lamb and Notha. Lamb got the kind bounce. Notha stuck to his task. Broomed the ground. And a ball up will be the result. Recovering from a broken leg sustained in season 2022. Ryan Notha's worked his way back inside defence. In a new role under Mick Colombo and Luke Keel. Sparkman, though, with the clearance, will go inside 50, looking for North Ballarat. Front on contact against Widgery. Free kick's going to be paid the way of Gray. Gives it off to Cramry. Loads up from 53. Got underneath the footy on that occasion. Poor execution. Keel elected to slap it to O'Keefe. Didn't work out, so went a second time. Found Berzeel. Gave it off to Lockyer. He'll take a bounce off half back. Tony Lockyer dumps a long one towards centre wing. Stowe in front, couldn't grab on this occasion. Waiting down with Simpson. The follow-up by the big man Stowe was superb. That's what you want to see from your big fella. Competed in the air, couldn't take the mark, but the follow-up tackle was a ripper. And we had the ball locked up on true centre wing here on the broadcast side. No ruckman for Sebastopol, so McCallum just knocks it down to Polkinghorn, dumps it inside 50. The loose man is with the Burns. Banbury with the mark. Has O'Keefe breaking for him. That's where he goes with the kick. Wasn't perfect. O'Keefe's now got a problem. Tries to shake and make his way through. Good enough to get the ball to over the top to Keel, who was run down from behind. Took far too long, did the coach. Turnover. North try to go quickly. Kick inboard's a poor one. Notha able to dump it out of the fence, but send it to no one in particular. Carey will be paid the mark, or free kick. You take your pick. A pretty much true centre-half back. Looks at the outer side. North go inboard. Nice pass. Finds his way to Polkinghorn. Plays on and goes to half forward with the kick. Little Hayes sagged off his direct opponent there. Did well to the youngster to get a hand and then knock it out of play. Slow starts to the term has been the story for North Ballarat. This is where they flipped the switch in the opening term. About the 10-minute mark. They lead by 3. Will the Ballarat let them this time? As Stowe worked his way to the front, 1 down. Quick kick down from Hutt. Reaching on top there was Harvey, couldn't take it. Carey waiting down with the hand pass was a good one off there to Simpson. Nice ball, finds a teammate. North Ballarat can set up attack here through Faulkner. Pulls the kick late because he saw Polkinghorn get away. Tucked against the boundary line, drills it in the quick direction with one hand, couldn't take the mark. O'Keefe will come away with it. Bazile didn't know his direct opponent was coming. Cramry tries to step around to his left side. He's run down from behind. Gone. Holding the ball. Thought he had a little bit more time, did Stu Cramry. Widgery said, no, you don't. And he wins the free kick in defence. Goes long and quick, trying to find Stowe. Bazile waiting down. Hand pass was a bit too hot for Hutt, who fumbled. Tries to get it back. North with the numbers. Simpson off to Sparkman. Inside forward 50. Banbury used the body well. Took the mark inside the fence. He's been excellent to start this game. Comes out broadcast signed. Finds Hill. Called the play on now. Arcs why he went off his line. Dumps a high one to centre wing. Duffy couldn't take the grab. Coming through there was O'Keefe. Numbers favour North Ballarat. Sparkman on hands and knees. Shouldered it back towards Duffy. Coughed it up to O'Shea. Boots the ball. Found Hutt. Sidestep was superb. Now to the running Medwell. One bounce from Bailey Medwell. A second bounce from Bailey Medwell. How about a third Bailey? Setties from 25 and kicks the goal of the day. Four goals, 1-25. Sebastopol lead. North Ballarat 3-4-22. Absolutely breathtaking stuff from Bailey Medwell, and you can just see injury hampered first couple of seasons of Burra. He's injury free, and he's playing his best footy thus far at senior level, averaging 26.5 a game, and goals like that just shows what a talent he is from the midfield from the Sebastopol. They lead 4-1-25 to North Ballarat 3-4-22. 12.5 minutes played. Second term action here, round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Kirby got it down to Cramry, confronted by a couple Burras, and Medwell comes away with it again. Drills it inside 50. This time the kick's ill-directed as the Suns found his way through here at Mars Stadium. Mark's taken now going to be taken by McGigan inside defensive 50. We'll find Carey, plays on and goes just the required 15 to a teammate. So North Ballarat happy to go to some slow play. We know the Hollywood style, if you will, that Brendan McCartney's men like to play. They will buy off the corridor at some point. Just being patient on this occasion, looking down. Oh, the McCallum! Used one hand to knock it to his advantage and controlled on the second attempt. Looks inboard, tries the outside of the foot kick. It was interesting. It might be effective though. A chaos ball inside forward 50 finds a teammate there in grey. Dumps it towards full forward. Bouncing ball. Lil Hales is the first one to get back, and he does the sensible thing and sees it through for a minor score. He's going to do the kicking in duty as well. The youngster looks to go long to the outside. Kirby had a mismatch. Went over his head. And a ball ends the result. 3-5-23 trails 4-1-25. In between half, forward and centre wing. Attacking end around for North Ballarat on the outer side. Umpire will get us back underway here. Kirby wins this one. Harvey overran it. Quick with the quick slap. Hutt of the Ben variety got involved and is happy to rush that one towards the boundary line and towards true centre wing, virtually opposite from our broadcast position on that outer side. Mars Stadium, of course, in immaculate condition. Back underway. McCallum again decisively wins it down. Medwell, though, couldn't quite gather on this occasion. Went between his legs. Big tackle applied there by Berzeel as it's been off the outside the boot of the North Ballarat player, and a free kick's going to go the way of the Borough. Been a couple of times they've had that go their way as he'll go back to find Keel. Been a mixed performance by the co-coach, it has to be said, as he goes with a safe route to find Dummett. Looks to pull the kick towards Kirby. He's overcooked it and opens the door here. Opportunity for North Ballarat and McGigan. Inside 50. Has coughed it up. Dummett makes amends and takes the mark inside his defence. Sends it back to where it came from down the line. Sebas have the aerial advantage with Kirby, who marks. Plays on immediately. Pulls the kick beautifully. Paps the clean pick up of the half volley. Looking for O'Keefe in the middle of the ground. Sweeping ball for the Borough. Will go inside forward 50. He'll lead early. Now has to backtrack. Couldn't take the mark as Jenkins got the fist in there. Carey waiting down. Looks to go to the outside. Loader. Clean pick up. Out the outside of the boot, though, the kick came. And a rare mistake from Harry Loader will result with the ball coming back through Ryan Berzeel from about 75 metres or so. Uses the stand rule to his advantage as he dumps a long one in the Hutt direction, backing back. Coming the other way, though, was Loader. Happy to make amends from his errant kick with a double fist that knocks it out of play in front of the electronic scoreboard, which reads 3 goals, 5-23, North Ballarat, trailing Sebastopol 4-1-25. Goals in this term to Pabst and Medwell for the Borough. See them take the lead back in this contest after trailing at 8 points at the first break. About 30 from goal. Ball gets brought back in. McCallum got the knockdown. Quick kick will come out of the fence there from Quick. Pardon the pun. The high footy to mark, and Keel made it look a lot easier than it really was. Intercepts, kicks to the man of the mark, and that sums up his day in one motion. Got it back there to Notha. Inside just the required 15. Found its target in Medwell. Called to go. He unloads inside the paint. Looking for the high-flying Hill. Couldn't take the grab. Loverson gives off the poking horn, and North Ballarat will exit. Mark's taken there by Arts. Short ball's a good one. Found Sparkman. Averaging 24 touches a game this season is Josh Sparkman. He will come across and find the target. North Ballarat back into this slow play. As it looks like the big fella McCallum's going to come off the ground in front of us, meaning they don't have a real direct target down the line. Able to pick up McGigan was the Roosters there, and he can come back to Carey. He marks. Had 24 disposals on return last week to the senior lineup. Denies that Carey, and he goes down the line with the high kick. No one really wanted the footy. Lockyer weighted down on this occasion. Hand pass there from Simpson. Finds his way to Polkinghorn. Measures it inside 50. Quick and Banbury. Quick got the nice bounce. Knocked it to his own advantage. And will come in and put North back in front. The bounce of this ball can be cruel sometimes. Favoured North Ballarat on this occasion. Quick kicks his first goal of the afternoon. Four goals, 5-29, leads 4-1-25. Jamie Quick This goal breaks back-to-back goals from the Borough and gives North Ballarat back the lead here at Mars Stadium. You look rucks for both sides. Stowe and Loverson. Loverson with the follow-up with the hand pass looking for Simpson. Somehow got it to Arts. Inside 50, the kick goes looking for Scott. Couldn't take the grab. Keel gets away from him. Hand pass missed its target again. And North Ballarat were able to hold things inside 50, you imagine. Although the tackle was dangerous, judged by the umpire and the fans here in attendance at Mars Stadium, it has to be said. So North Ballarat with opportunity as we approach time on. Spearing pass is a good one, looking for a teammate. Dummett did enough to get across. Polkinghorn's wrapped up. Slow to get back to his feet is Chase Dummett. Courageous to get in front of the leading forward and took the hit on. So back underway. Loverson got high. Won it down. Hutt coughed it up. Polkinghorn out the back was looking for Simpson. Harvey stole it, dumped it straight to Ryan Polkinghorn, dropped another mark. O'Shea wrestled and manhandled to the ground. And we'll get a ball up on 50. Back on the way, Stowe and Loverson. Loverson again. Wins it down. Big tackle by Polkinghorn brings Dummett to the turf. Just inside forward 50. We're back underway again. Loverson again. Dummett on hands and knees trying to extract to Stowe. Went without it. Went back to Dummett, back to Stowe. Fisted inside 50 there by Dummett. O'Keefe, volleyball style, sends it back. Only as far as Jenkins. His kick was smothered by Dummett. A true centre for big tackle applied by Widgery. Hunted the hips, got the hips, and a stoppage at centre half back for the Borough. Back on the way, Loverson again wins it decisively. Off the deck went Dummett with the clearance, but numbers favour North Ballarat in the air. Marks taken there by Sparkman. Plays on, inside 50 with the kick. Looking for Cramry! Floated from the side. Knew where the drop zone was, and Stu Cramry will line up for his second, pretty much directly in front from about 30 metres or so. Comes in with the kick. No mistake. North Ballarat moved to 5 goals, 5-35. Sebastopol stuck on 4-1-25 here live at Mars Stadium. Game high 10-point margin here at Mars Stadium. The way of the home side. Cramry with his second. After resting forward, is rewarded now by going back into the midfield. The big marquee signing having his way this afternoon for North Ballarat. One down there this time by Kirby. Widgery put the stiff arm out, was dumped to the turf and is gone holding the ball. Simpson to Cramry. Looks left to right and just says, I'll give it back to you, Simo, as he goes towards half forward. He has a loose man. Should be marked there by Loverson. Plays on, steps inside and dumps a long one towards the hot spot. Looking for Scott, but Keel with the big killing fist. Clears defence. It's going to come back through Troon, though. Dances around to the left side. Nice kick. Was looking for Quick just away from him. O'Keefe got across and a beautiful smother. Sees the ball out of play. We're going to bowl in. 40 from goal. Back-to-back goals from North Ballarat. And it's a carbon copy of the opening term, it has to be said. It was the Borough early. North Ballarat wrestled their way back to regain ascendancy in the match and the term. Cramry again with that stiff arm. Hand pass more just to get rid of it than anything. And in the end, another stoppage is the result after the Banbury tackle. We're back underway. McCullum down to Cramry. Left foot snap from 40 for number 3. It's not going to make the distance as it's fisted away there by Lockyer. Tries to get to the safety of the boundary line. Can't. Bromley Lynch stepped inside. Missed his foot with the kick. Holding the ball. Free kick will go the way of Lockyer. Well, of Banbury, actually. Sorry, the man coming in with the tackle. Been super as Banbury this season and goes long towards Hutt on centre wing here. Takes the mark, quick release was O'Keefe who Wasn't really aware it was coming his way. Carey, hot one, trying to find Polkinghorn. Lockyer throwing his weight around and wins a free kick for in the back. So Borough make amends. Again, after some sloppy play by them. He'll go high, inside 50. Stowe will float in. Couldn't take the grab on this occasion. Numbers favour North Ballarat as they'll exit it towards the outer side. Bouncing ball favours North in the end with a kind bounce inside. Was looking for Polkinghorn there by hand was Gray. Missed the target and a ball up in neutral territory of the middle of Mars Stadium as a result. Kirby and McCallum to go into battle again. Lockyer again busting his way through. Met well with the kick though. Goes towards half forward. Harvey jumped on it. Ball spills out the way of Troon of North Ballarat. Hot footy for Bromley Lynch. Couldn't gather. And when he did, he was harassed by not one but two Borough players who locked him up in between half forward and centre wing on the outside. Back underway here. Neither ruckman touch it. Kirby somehow got the big fella. Like a tree trunk to bring down was McCallum. And in the end, no result. Two mammoth men. Here's Gus Kirby and Cam McCallum. McCallum wins it down. Quick snap out there by Loader. Bambry almost with one hand. Couldn't complete the mark. Found Berzeel to Notha. Now Hutt. Outside the foot kick. Might favour Lockyer. Elects to punch in the end. McCallum doing the roving again. Looks for Lamb. Was held onto by Snowden. Borough get away with it. As Keel goes down towards centre forward. Sparkman back. Couldn't take the grab on this time. Although Jenkins with the exit was looking towards centre wing and free kick will be paid the way of North Ballarat. Although it might be reversed, and it is. Really silly by Troon coming in to retaliate. Bazile plays on, sells a bit of foot candy not once but twice. And then the kick's poor though, Sparkman getting back. And after winning the footy back was Bazile, maybe slightly overzealous. Coughed it up to Sparkman. He goes short to Polkinghorn. Couldn't complete the mark. Turnover on Ernest. Kirby will load up from 50. Lines it up. There's Gus Kirby. Goes bang! The Borough only need a sniff sometimes. Turnover goal. 5-1-31 trails. 5-5-35. Despite their poor execution forward of centre, a couple moments of brilliance from Sebastopol keep them in this contest. Medwell with a great early goal, that time by Arnold Kirby. The power move, as I mentioned earlier, in Lockie has been made, and he's gone into the midfield the last few minutes and made a difference, using his bigger frame around the contest. One down there by North, quick, couldn't quite come away with it. Dummett off to Medwell. Has O'Shea's in the overlap position from centre wing. Sends it in the Hutt direction inside forward 50. And the Borough's leading goal kicker Marks. That right knee is still heavily strapped for Toby Hutt. So from 50, this is right on his limit. Of course, kicked 10 a few weeks ago against the struggling Melton South. Held goalless last week by Lake Wendouree. Has one early. Got that in the opening minutes. As we approach half-time, to put the Borough back in front, has to strike this sweetly from 50. Hutt's kicks on its way. It's a beautiful strike, and it's an accurate strike. 2 in a minute for Sebastopol sees them sneak back the league as we approach half-time. 6-1-37 leads 5-5-35. Just shows that Sebastopol's never out of the contest here in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. As we're back underway, one down by McCallum. As Kirby does the tackling again, not for the first time, to wrap things up in neutral territory in the middle of the ground. Bromley Lynch off the bottom of the pack there. Kirby wins it down. You could favour O'Keefe, who fumbles. Went a second time. The spin move was good. Off to Medwell. Wobbly ball inside. 50 to Stowe. bounced off his chest. Follow-up was good. Carey elected to go back into traffic. Might open the door for the Borough. Off the latch. Wasn't perfect, and unfortunately for Liam Latch, just didn't get the kind bounce. Carey, the youngster, blind turn back into traffic. Almost opened the door. Back on the way. Quick snap by Arnold Kirby. Will count. Be a quick consultation, but I reckon that kick came just before the siren sounded, but to make it 6-2-38. The Borough have taken back the lead here after a couple late goals in halftime. We'll just wait for the score to be confirmed, which it was. So 6-2-38. Sebastopol lead North Ballarat 5-5-35. A couple to Sobe Hutt and Hugo Paps for them inside forward 50. Medwell and Kirby kicked brilliant goals as well for the Borough. Whilst for North Ballarat, Cranberries kicked 2 and looked prominent, whether in the midfield or inside forward 50. Quick, McCallum and Solomon, the other goal kickers for the Roosters. We'll take a break here. We'll be back in 10.
The McValue Bundle at Macca's. A choice of your favourite burgers, together with fries and drinks for just $26.95. Did we just find something the whole family can agree on?
At number 1, it's Darley's Mace Cousins, who takes liftoff with this screamer late in the final term.
Cousins, who took a leap of faith, took a nice mark over Brody Ward at the end.
At number 2, it's the ever-classy North Ballarat forward Jamie Quick. The ball pumped inside 50. Quick gets a clean pickup and goes on to kick a crucial second-term goal for the Roosters. At number 3, it's Lock McLean for Redan. The ball somehow stays in, and McLean taps the ball towards the goal square and finishes off with the most remarkable goal.
To a vacant 50. Ball bounces into the left foot pocket. Remarkably stayed in the field of play for McLean to go off the deck and kick the goal.
At number 4, we're going to stick with East Point and Redan. This time, it's Roos forward Matthew Johnson. He takes a stretching one-arm grab inside 50 for the Roos. We're sticking with East Point and Redan, and it's an ultimate team goal, finished off by East Point's Liam Canny.
Inside 50 they go. Walsh will send it towards the top of the goal square. Whittaker couldn't mark. Canny waiting down, keeps it in, steps around a whippy tackler. Inside he goes and drills home his second. Goal of the day stuffed there by Liam Canny.
We'll meet, we will. I'll meet you there at the club at the top of the hill. At the club at the top of the hill.
Welcome back to Mars Stadium for round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League's clash here between North Ballarat and Sebastopol. The Borough have the slender 3-point advantage, 6-38, leading North Ballarat 5-5-35. A couple of goals to Toby Hunt and Hugo Paps up forward for the Borough, with Medwell and Kirby the other goal kickers. Whilst for North, Cramry has 2, Quick, McCallum and Solman the other goal kickers for the Roosters this afternoon. As the players have made their way back into position, we'll just wait for a few struggling kids to get off the ground so we can kickstart the second half here live from the beautiful Mars Stadium. Rack battle's been a fascinating one all afternoon. McCallum with the early dominance and Kirby with a goal late in that second term. Showcasing he's no mug, the big man from Sebastopol. We'll get back underway here. Kick off the second half. McCallum got the tap, but Kirby almost with the clearance was smothered. Inside 50, Lamb goes with the kick. Big fist by O'Keefe, punches it away. Hutt tries to send it back in that direction, but Banbury got in the way, and in the end, sweeping ball finds Tucker Harvey, who was looking for his teammate Latch, but he overcooked it. Short ball was cut off by Sparkman, who goes short to Arts. And North Ballarat possessed towards half forward and towards Simpson. Sends it inside forward 50. Quick! Was fast off the lead, got away from Snowden, took the mark at full velocity, and he'll line up from just inside 50. North Ballarat's leading goal kicker in season 2023. Kicked a bag of 4 in the victory last week over the Ballarat Swans. Has one already. And to put North Ballarat back in front in the opening minute or so in the second half. Quick starts his approach. Will shoot from right on 50. Maybe just inside if he likes. Kick is on its way. And he's hooked it to the left. Minor score. 36 trails 38. The coach for Sebastopol, Luke Keel, will bring it back in, who's, for his standards, had an ordinary start to his return from injury. Few blunders. That ball's a good one down the middle. Finds Dummett. Looks to come broadcast side, where he has Banbury by himself inside the defensive 50. Goes short to his great mate Medwell. The Borough's 4th disposal inside 50, but they've worked it over top to Dummett, who started the chain off. Marks on the half-back line on the broadcast side. Now elects to pull the trigger and looks to go long down the line. Hutt is the obvious marking target. Stowe crashed the pack, couldn't complete the grab. Hand pass was too hot for McGigan. Simpson shovels it to Bromley Lynch. Sweeping ball. A couple of Borough players collide. Bazile and O'Shea. Bazile, hand pass was smothered. Lockyer gang tackled by a couple. Hand pass by Polkinghorn. Found it to Loader. It was smothered. Medwell at the back to Banbury. Nice ball. Shielded one inboard. Found a target in Dummett. Off to Keel. Sweeping one towards Hart. Was looking for the 1-2. Was able to find it. Just dribbled one towards Latch. Now O'Keefe from 45. Lowers his eyes looking for Paps. Was he pushing the marking contest? Yes, he was. Loader just panicked a little bit from the overlap. And Hugo Paps will line for his 3rd goal of the afternoon. It was round 16 in the 2022 season. Half-time, the Borough trailed against North Ballarat. This man, Hugo Paps, was swung forward and changed the trajectory of his career. Now a regular inside 50. For number 3, he makes no mistakes. The Borough, as they have in every term, kicked the first goal here live at Mars Stadium. As it is the modern trend in football these days, you kick a goal, you come straight off. Number 4's at either end. Quick missing to put North Ballarat in front. And then Paps, the number 4 for Sebastopol, popping through his 3rd goal of the afternoon. The Ballarat one down on the interchange bench already. Keeble, heavy knock in the opening term, hasn't returned since. Key defender Grady Snowden now getting some work done on his inner thigh. Not looking 100%. Can't afford to lose him. Back in the way, Kirby will get the clearance for the Borough. Sends towards half forward. Bounce off the chest there of Harvey. Jenkins did enough. Bazile. Hand pass back towards Tucker Harvey. Overran did it on this occasion. North Ballarat working through a chain of hand passes. We'll find Simpson. He gave off to Sparkman. Spearing pass was looking for the lead of Lamb, but he missed him, and the mark's taken there by Jack Banbury. Comes laterally and finds Kirby. Has a loose man centre wing, and that's where he goes with the pass. Mark's taken there by O'Keefe. Come in board and should find Medwell, who marks on his chest. Arguably best on ground in the opening half was Bailey Medwell. As he goes towards half forward and was looking for Hutt, and as the commentator's curse always is, his kick's gone out in the full. Work's been done on Snowden. He's looking like he's going to come back on the field. As North Ballarat go long down the line on the other side, O'Keefe. Nice intercept grab on true centre wing. Sends the ball inside 50. To really no one in particular. Loverson, the only man, the real threat in the air, although a block off the marking contest to Lockie O'Keefe going against Carey will result in a shot on goal. They had a 3-on-1 advantage at the drop zone. He's going to get it off to Medwell. Spearing ball going into the goal square. Stowe couldn't take the mark. Hutt waiting down, trying to manufacture the hand pass. Quick down there, the defence found Troon. And North Ballarat will come out of defence, although Shea took the mark, played on immediately for some reason, tried to manufacture it inside to Latch. Will come back towards O'Shea. Bit strange football going on, and in the end, holding the ball, free kick will go the way of Simpson. Both sides rushing and panicking in attacking 54 Sebas, and then the defence for North Ballarat. Simpson will come broadcast side, high ball towards true centre wing. Cramry, couldn't take the grab on this occasion, was fisted away. Latch off to Banbury. One man who rarely panics. Sends it inside 50. Missed the target as it was touched off the boot. Sparkman, down the line he goes. Keel did enough to bring it to ground. Little Hales waited. Got the hand pass to O'Keefe and go back to Keel. Tough one to grab on the bounce. Great gang tackle by North Ballarat to hold things in. Over the top was Lamb to lock it up. Win for North. Outnumbered 2-3. Create a stoppage in between their half-forward line and true centre wing on the broadcast side. McCallum wins it down. Polkinghorn the target. Got it back to McCallum. The big fella just threw it away. Umpire let it go. Widgery said, get out of my way with the don't argue to Loader. Ball goes down the line. Sparkman brought the ground there by Harvey. Stoppage as a result. Tight tussle. 8 points to margin. Back underway with, of course, Kirby and McCallum. Both men jostle. Trying to come away, there was Dummett. Snowden put his head over the footy. Dummett does get rewarded with it. Off the Latch. Goes at the back. Finds Little Hales, who inside out top goes towards true centre wing. Fisted away there by Faulkner. Lockyer spins out of tackle. Got it to Dummett. Was wrapped up immediately by Simpson. No prior opportunity, says the umpire. We'll get back underway here with nice tap down to Simpson from McCallum. Left foot kick will just fall inside 50. O'Keefe at it best. Hand pass to space more than anything. Quick blind turn straight to Widgery. Dropped it. Should be gone. Umpire says no. Put the whistle away in this term. And a ball up's the result. May have been blindsided the man in green from big pack of players. Cramry throwing his weight around. Back underway here. Neither ruck can touch it. McCallum wrapped up by his opposition number in Kirby. And the umpire eventually puts the whistle to mouth on this occasion. We'll say throw it in the air. Definitely a clear directive from the umpires in this half to let it go. As again, neither ruckman touch it. Simpson to Bromley Lynch. Coughed it up to Latch. O'Shea stripped over there by Faulkner and the ball falls out of bounds. North Ballarat need to try to get some bang from their buck. McCallum getting first hands on it. They've sent Polkinghorn forward to start this term, relying on the likes of Simpson and Loader to get it out of the midfield. Or maybe McCallum just says, I'll do it myself from the clearance, though. Set down the throat there of Keel, who marks inside defensive 50. Goes short and finds Latch. Comes across defensive 50 where he has Berzil. Kick's not perfect. The number 23 is able to make it look okay as he goes down the line looking for Banbury. The kick was perfect. Marks taken there by Jack Banbury, who was looking laterally. Has Berzil behind the footy if he wants. If the Borough wants to have a big switch towards the broadcast side. Instead, he just dumps a long one down the line. Big fly on top there by Stowe. Crashed the pack, brought it to the ground. North Ballarat have the numbers, though. Simpson over the shoulder. Bromwell Lynch found his teammate there in McGigan, who gave the Troon, was going nowhere, let it out. Opens the door here for Paps. Dumps a long one in towards full forward. We know Hill can fly. Couldn't bring it down this time. Waiting there was O'Keefe. Left foot snap. And the Borough pop it through for the 8th time this afternoon. Sebastian, the opening 2 goals of this term to move to 8-2-50. North Ballarat 5-6-36. Game high 14-point margin now the way of the Borough as we're midway through the third term. Stowe got his hands on that one first. Polkinghorn injected back to the midfield. Drafted by a couple Boroughs. And a ball up will be the result. Secondary restart here at Mars Stadium. Is fisted forward only as far as O'Keefe. He got off to Berzil. Played thus far his best game in the blue and gold. As that kick was off the outside of the boot and dribbles out of play. We'll get a ball in on true centre wing, virtually opposite from our broadcast position on the outside. We're back underway with McCallum and Stowe. McCallum decisively down, was looking for Polkinghorn. McGigan handled it to space while umpire said it was illegally. It was a throw. And the ball's going to have to come back as Medwell was trying to take the advantage inboard towards Cooper Littlehales. So come all the way back to Medwell on the outer side. Has a loose man where it's on the outer side, and that's where he goes. Latch will send it inside 50. Hutt's the intended target. Pap slew the top broad to ground. Harvey waits down. Right foot snaps to the goal square. Although it's just gone out of bounds as O'Shea could have marked in the goal square and booted the Borough's third one for the quarter in a row. In the end, it's going to result in the ball coming in for a boundary throw in 35 from goal. Deep inside, forward 50. Still in the right space if you're a Borough fan listening this afternoon. And we're back underway. One down there by Stowe. Widgery, wrapped up by Arts. Going nowhere, says the umpire. So a ball up now, 40 from goal. Inside forward 54, Sebastopol. McCallum wins it this time. Well done by Polkinghorn. Bust his way through. Dumps it out to a vacant centre wing on the outside. Would like the line because Little Hales get there first. And the youngsters happy just to let it trickle over. Advantage North Ballarat as they cleared defensive 50. And now on the attacking side of centre wing on the outer side of the ground here. 13 minutes played in this third term. Big backhand fist there by McCallum. Simpson able to run onto it. Sends it inside forward 50. Was that legally done by Hutt? No. Umpire says hands in the back. Free kick will go the way of North Ballarat. Despite remonstrating, Ben Hutt's not going to get it his way. He thought he cleanly marked it. Free kick the way of Bromley Lynch. So Bromley Lynch from 35 for a steadying goal for North Ballarat. Keeps this game close. He pops it through. North move to 6-6-42. Sebastopol 8-2-50. League things here live at Mars Stadium. Bit of a utility for the Roosters, Tom Bromwich-Lynch. See him in the midfield, down forward, down back. Really an everyman's man for the Roosters. One down there by McCallum. Cramry just socketed off the space. Picked up here by Latch of Sebastopol as Harvey kicks it towards the half-forward line. Medwell slapped it to his own advantage. Hutt in the pocket. Tried to let the ball stay in. In the end, Carey come across and tried it out of bounds, and we'll get a ball in. 6-6-42, trails 8-2-50. 40 metres out from goal for North Ballarat. About to turn the tables every time the ball's been, so the game's been in the balance of the term midway through. Cramry, who's been influential, got it there to McCallum, quick on centre wing, had to let it bounce. O'Keefe has the safety of the boundary line, and in the end, that's what he gets. Young boundary umpire caught out on the vast expanses of Mars Stadium a long way away, had the eagle eyes to spot the ball, went over the line, and on true centre wing on the other side, virtually opposite from our broadcast position here at Mars Stadium, we'll get a boundary throw-in neutral territory. Back underway here. One down there by Kirby this time. Quick kick coming from North Ballarat. We'll go towards the half-forward line. Snowden got there first for the Borough, but was able just to walk it out of bounds. North have been dominant in the clearances. And when the game's got tight, that's where it's generally won and lost. Back underway on the 50-metre arc. McCallum wins it down and knocks it inside forward 50. Gang tackled there with the Borough. There's another stoppage. It was Notha getting off the bottom of the pack. One down there by Kirby. Polkinghorn. Trying to manufacture it to Cramry. Fresh air, he went Medwell. Hand pass does now get the way of Cramry. Slipped over. Lockyer dances around a would-be tackler. Somehow manufactures a kick, but coughed it up. Mark's taken there by Sparkman. He plays on. Looks to aim towards the hot spot. In the end, pulled the kick to the leader quick. In the pocket, a big fist there by O'Keefe. Sees our play. Been lively, Jamie Quick. Kicked the one goal. To be said, though, after a slow start, O'Keefe's just starting to work his way on top in that contest. And in the aerial duel showed his dominance there with a nice spoil. However, inside 50 for North Ballarat. Can the likes of Polkinghorn and Cramry get on the move here? Knocked to the back. Fresh area there by Lockyer, held without it. Umpire lets it go as Kirby got it to Dummett. He dumps it towards centre wing. Backing back as Loverson. Not paid the mark as Polkinghorn tried to go to Loader. Paps with the pressure. Numbers do favour the Roosters as Duffy goes inboard with a kick. O'Shea, though, strong in the air, takes the mark. Towards centre half forward. Kick's got to be good to Hill. He marks. Has O'Keefe streaming inside 50. Couldn't get to him. Comes across and finds Keel at half forward. Plays on, steps inside. Spearing balls looking for Paps. A good hand in there from Faulkner with the spoil, and he follows up with a kick. Sends it towards the other side. Notha brought it to the ground. Troon handballed into space, can run onto his own footy. Then steps inside the whoopie tacklers. Troon, well played by him. Goes towards half forward. Solomon is the target. Snowden got a fingernail on it. Knocked it towards the boundary line. We'll get a ball in at the half forward line. It's a good build up by the Borough. Keel's piercing ball was directed to the chest of Paps. Faulkner with a handy hand. Able to slingshot towards the outside with North Ballarat. We'll get a ball in on their half-forward line now. Both ruckman holdings. The umpire waves play on. Fisted forward by the Borough, and a quick kick there by Medwell will fall into a vacant area. Sparkman is able just to knock it towards the boundary line. We'll get a ball in. Very much an arm wrestle in this term. A lot of stoppages as the intensity around the football has picked up just a little bit. We're approaching time on in the third term. In the premiership quarter in this match between North Ballarat and Sebastopol live from Mars Stadium. Dummett with the hand pass to Lockyer. Snapper in the body gained some territory. Coming through there was Carey. Dumps without it. O'Shea got hot-footed to be one, of course. Well played by Faulkner. Overshot to Cramry, but the numbers favour North. Troon got it to Cramry. Swept it to Solomon. On his preferred side. Sends it inside forward 50. Reaching over the top was quick. Dribbling shot on goal was always near side. And a minus score. 7 points the margin here. 8 goals to 50. The Borough lead. North Ballarat 6-7-43. Time on officially in the third term. The co-coach in Luke Keel to restart from the full-back position. Looks to go long to the outer side. Towards the big man. Loverson got a hand in there. Ball spills out. Troon ducked the head. Big tackle played by Kirby. And the end umpire says, give it to me, I'll throw it in the air. Back on the way. McCallum wins it down as far as Lockyer. Got the clearance and got boots the ball and it dribbles out of play. Scrappy third term with the next goal in this one massive. You feel as we're getting closer and closer to the three-quarter time. If the Borough get it, they might have just enough scoreboard separation and a tight tussle. Whereas the North get it, it'll be a fast and furious finish here at Mars Stadium. North looking the more likely. Simpson sends inside 50. Quick. Try to shake and bake his way through. Arts brought the ground maybe without it. Umpire waves play on. They're queuing up inside 50. They just needed to sit up in the bounce. O'Shea put his head over it. O'Keefe bumped off it. Bromley Lynch. Hand pass inside. Found its target. Quick. With the hand pass where he had the loose man, McGigan. Now off to a teammate, Lamb. Centering ball. Too tall for the intended target. And the ever-reliable Lockyer hangs on. Looks to go to the outer side where they want a bit of an overlap. Mark taken there by Banbury. The lead of Hutt will be honoured. Although he dropped a chesty. Now Loverson was trying to find McCallum. Getting involved was Kirby, though, to get in front of him. Wins a high tackle. Defensive side of centre wing on the other side of the ground. Kirby off one step. Notha. Did he keep in the field of play? No. Had too much on it. It's gone out in the full. Boundary umpire on the spot. Turnover from Sebastopol. North Ballarat can reset. Dump it down the line. Big fist by Snowden. Gets it out of play. Cramry was the intended target, but Snowden read it better in the air and got the big fist and knocked it out of play. Restart the attacking side centre wing for North Ballarat. Snowden unable to gather. Widgery coming through, couldn't either. Cramry, to his own advantage, gave off the hand pass as they go towards full forward. Looking for Loader. Fisted away by the Borough. Desperate to hang on. Arts follows up with the tackle. In the end, umpire says, give it to me. I'll throw it in the air. Keel, the man wrapped up deep inside his own defensive 50. We're back underway. McCallum out of mid-air. Kick actually went backwards. Umpire says he'll pay the mark, and Arts takes it on his chest. Players from both sides more looked at each other than anything, except Sammy Arts, who said, I'll mark that, thank you. And he's going to line up on a 45-degree angle from 45 metres out. At the 24-minute mark of the third term, to make it a one-point ball game once again. He comes in with the kick. He's got it. North Ballarat moves to 7 goals, 7-49. Sebas stuck on 8-2-50 here live at Mars Stadium. Has to be said, a well-deserved goal for North Ballarat. Owned the footy since midway in this term once again and gets a bang for their buck. Back-to-back goals for them makes it a 1-point ball game. Cranberry having a go on the ruck. Almost got the knockdown. Bronwyn Lynch with the tackle locks things up and we'll get a secondary restart. Plays forward, plays mid, now and around the ruck. Stu Cranberry and taking it out of the air, but couldn't find a man. They go off the deck, did Simpson to a vacant half forward line. Only man there's Banbury for Sebastopol. Comes out broadcast side, finds O'Keefe. Looks long. A sea of North Ballarat players behind the footy. Hill full up in the middle of them. Brought it to ground. Loverson runs away from him. Looks for Duffy. Didn't gather. Brought Harvey to ground without the football. Will be a free kick to Sebastopol. Be able to bring the bar into attack as we approach three-quarter time. Tucker Harvey sets this one up towards the top of the goal square. Looking for Stowe. Couldn't take the mark on the Carey with the hand pass at the back. Finds Loader. Northwood go to the outside through Jenkins. It's a nice ball. Finds Scott. Cool, calm, and collected in defence where North Ballarat on that occasion. From a standing start, Scott goes towards the lead of Lamb. At full stretch, couldn't take the grab, and we'll get the ball in on the half-forward line for Sebastopol. They lead in round 7 action in McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League here live at Mars Stadium. 8 goals to 50. North Ballarat 7-7-49. Back underway. Cranberry again just takes it out of the ruck. Brought the ground by a couple. And the follow-up tackle by Latch is good as we'll get a ball up. My apologies, Dummett doing the tackling. Cranberry slow to get back up from that gang tackle. Willie again look to use his strength and just take it out of the air. Stowe goes early. Cranberry did try to take it out of the air, didn't on this occasion. Fell in the lap of Stowe, bound ricocheted off a couple. Cranberry to the follow-up tackle was superb. And Arts will clear defensive 50. Might be coming straight back. Hart couldn't quite get there. Ball dribbles out of bounds. Despite not having the height in the ruck, he definitely has the body, the Stu Cranberry, and it's pretty clear what his method is. I'm going to take it out of the air at all opportunity. So Stowe has to be aware of that after the last 3 or 4 occasions. Wins this one down, does Stowe, but straight to North Ballarat into Scott. Simpson lopes away from his tackler, sends it in the line. Banbury, not for the first time, takes this a grab. Number 3's been terrific once again as he goes long down the line. Stowe arrives late. Second by the cherry, takes the mark. Plays on. Dumps it inside, forward 50. It was intended for Kirby, but getting back in the hole. Mark taken by Carey. Looks down the middle. It's going to be a risky kick, but it finds the target Arts. And maybe North Ballarat can come broadcast side. Looking for Loader now. Lowers his eyes and dumps it towards centre wing. Nice mark taken there by Lamb. He plays on. Sends it to half forward. Well played there by Loader. They've got loose men inside 50. They can find the chest. The bouncing ball's out towards McGigan. Gets the kind bounce. Right foot snap and North Ballarat take back the lead here. 8 goals, 7, 55 on the stroke of three-quarter time. North leaves Sebastopol by 5 points to 8-50. Three in a row for the Roosters as we look to close the third quarter. McGigan joins the likes of Quick and Arts, McCallum, Bromley, Lynch and Solomon on the score sheet, whilst Cranberry's their only mobile goal kicker with 2. For the Borough, a bit different throw. 3 to Paps, 2 to Hutt. Singles to Midwell, O'Keefe and Kirby. Restart here at Mars. Lovely knockdown by McCallum to Polkinghorn. Back to McCallum. Simpson inside 50. Fisted away by Banbury from Scott. Ball in dispute. North Ballarat working through a chain of hand passes. Clever knock on by Polkinghorn. Was trying to find Quick. Wasn't as alert to the situation as the ball's gone out of play. Upset on the cards here at Mars Stadium. North lead by 5 points. Holding a slender lead. Stowe worked his way to the front. Quick. Up against the boundary line, trying to keep it in. Couldn't quite do so. Another ball in as we approach almost 30 minutes in the third term. Back underway. McCullum wins it down. McGeegan with the hand pass inside. O'Keefe tried to slap his own advantage. Sparkman got involved. Gets it back. Quick snap by Arts. Umpire will pay the mark as it's fallen 30 metres out from goal. Quick waiting down. Dribbling shot on goal is all the way through. 4 in a row for North Ballarat. They move to 9 goals, 761. The Borough still stuck on 8-250. With all the momentum, North Ballarat want this turn to continue on and on. The Borough desperately need a breather. Back underway here at Mars Stadium. Kirby wins this one down. Arts with the hand pass. Finds Quick. Left foot kick goes towards half forward. Scott got rid of Banbury superbly. Didn't work out for North Ballarat, although Banbury's left it behind. Might open the door for another quick one for North Ballarat. Hand passes overcooked in the Simpson direction. O'Keefe to his own advantage. Then to Kirby. Looks to a vacant centre wing here on the broadcast sides and kicks in hope. Foot race on in earnest. Paps took his opponent Duffy to ground without the football. And free kick North Ballarat. Looks to come broadcast side with the kick. Strong hands. Mark was taken nicely there by Gray. Dumps it into the hot spot. Bounces in front of his direct target. Opens the door here for McGeegan coming through. Went to ground without it. Umpire waves play on. Little Hales. Hand pass came back to him. And the ricochet might have saved him. A ball up is the result. And in the end, that will do us for the third term. North Ballarat kicking 4 in a row to close the third quarter, move to 9 goals, 761. The Borough stuck on that 8-2-50. We'll take our final break. We're back for a cracking finish here live at Mars Stadium.
Push buttons to park magically. The McValue Bundle at Macca's. A choice of your favourite burgers, together with fries and drinks for just $26.95. Did we just find something the whole family can agree on?
Welcome back for the final time this afternoon live at Mars Stadium, round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. North Ballarat lead by 11 points, 9 goals, 761 to Sebastopol, 8-50 for North. Quick and Cranberry lead the way with a couple of goals. Arts, McGigan, McCallum, Bromley, Lynch and Solomon also on the score sheet. Whilst for the Borough, Paps has 3, Hutt has 2, singles to Medwell, O'Keefe and Kirby. Players making their way into positions to kick off the final term here. The Borough, of course, a man down on the bench with James Keeble. Went off early. Their X-Factor. They've missed his absence inside forward 50. And even at midfielder at times, we've seen Lockyer go through there, but really they're just sort of missing that A-grader with no Cassidy, of course, missing this afternoon after re-injuring his hamstring during the week. We'll get action back underway here at Mars. Loverson in the ruck wins it down. Polkinghorn going nowhere. Controlled there by Dummett in the tackle. Polkinghorn averaging 33 disposals going into this one. Hasn't been his prolific best necessarily, but still done enough for North. O'Keefe come away with the hand pass. Medwell. Fumble, but Dave the gather. Goes back to Banbury. Tried a little knock on to Dummett, missed him. Opens the door for North Ballarat as Cranberry dumps a long one inside 50. The big mountain of man McCallum in a 1-on-1 with Snowden. Well done, Snowden, outside. And then got rid of the big fella. Although the ball fell to deck. Favours North as Scott pulls it to Loverson. He marks inside forward 50. North will get the last 4 in this game for 5 in a row for a game-high 17-point margin. Loverson will line up pretty much directly in front. The Borough have kicked every first goal of every term to buck that trend to make it a game-high 17 points. Loverson's kicks off the outside of the foot. And it's out in the full. Not a noble goal kicker. Has kicked one this season, but entire senior footy career has been majority of the time spent in defence. Showed why with that kicking. The Borough go down the middle. Cranberry almost with the intercept. Almost opened the door as Hutt fought with Dummett. Was run down from behind. And that hesitation cost them. And Polkinghorn now has a chance from right on 50. Competition's third highest average disposal winner in season 2023. Polkinghorn with the kick. Right to the goal line, he'll go. It was never on line. In the end, touched through for a minor score. The Borough go quick through Keel as it's 12 points to the margin. Banbury's able to play on. Comes broadcast side with the kick. Looking for Paps. Has 2 to beat. Couldn't take the mark. Brought it to ground. Follows up his own good work. Hutt and Paps fight for it in between themselves. Off the deck went Hugo. Diving was O'Shea. Jumped on by Ryan Polkinghorn. And we'll get a stoppage on pretty much true centre wing here on the broadcast side. People in attendance have been treated to a wonderful afternoon. The sun here at Mars. Cold but not windy. Sun's poked his head through a few times. Dummett coughed it up there to Simpson. Looking for Polkinghorn. Missed it on this occasion. Burzil. Now O'Keefe coming through, was brought to ground there by Sparkman. Stoppage. Opening goal in this term is massive. 12 points the margin. North had a couple opportunities, unable to convert. Can the Borough make them pay for those missed opportunities here in neutral territory? A gang tackle by the Borough in terms of Kirby and O'Keefe there on Solomon results in another stoppage. Goes over the shoulder, there's Kirby. Off the deck went Cranberry. Banbury. Held up by Cranberry. Slight appeals for maybe a high tackle against Loaded on the first initial part. Was the judge okay by the umpire? And we're back underway. Loverson knocks it down. Hand pass is good by North to Simpson. He'll go on that trusty left. Dump it towards half forward. Quicken O'Keefe in a contest. And in the end, Riley's brother Lockie's able to see their play. Banbury slow to get up from the contest. Looks winded more than anything. Maybe for all the men as well. Cop one in place. You don't want to cop one. 1-2, both still there. We'll get a ball inside 50 for North Ballarat. Kirby knocks it down. Polkinghorn extracts, pulls the kick to the hot spot. Keel with courage, backs back and marks. Plays on immediately. Does the coach. Steps back inside and used his full 15. Looking for Lockyer down the middle. Off hand, spills at the back. Polkinghorn comes away with the Rhyme variety. His short kick will find Carey on the bounce. Went at the back. Found teammate in Jenkins. Spearing ball out wide. Mark is taken by North Ballarat and thereby Gray. Very close to the boundary line on true centre wing. He has it. Can go back if he wants to. Decides to just load one up. Will fall still just outside 50. Little Hales with the spoil. And the ball goes out of bounds. Change of trends in the terms of the match. Sebas majority have enjoyed success in the opening parts of terms, and North Ballarat had to scratch and claw their way back into them. They've started this final term, penultimate term, on top. Unable to hit the scoreboard though. Loverson took out the ruck, was dumped as he tried to kick. Stiff arm by Medwell, got off to Widgery. He goes long towards half forward. Stowe from the side, couldn't complete the mark. Where are the crummers for the Borough? They have a vacant forward 50 to aim at, but numbers prevail with Loader. Hand pass finds Simpson from a steady start. Was looking there for his teammate in Loader, who takes the mark. This is of the Fletcher variety. Just slows the things up. Called to go as he sends it inside forward 50. Cramery at the back, won't get there. Big spoilers up there came from O'Keefe. And a ball up 30 metres out. Directly in front is the result. McCallum, resting forward to start this turn, does the ruck work now. O'Keefe fisted out of there. Hill, sidestep was superb. Off to Lockyer. Left foot kicks down the middle. Nobody home. Carey should gather. Slight fumble, but can come broadcast side. High ball was in the direction there of Lamb. Great ball by Hutt. Got it to ground towards the boundary line. Numbers still favour North. Hutt unable to keep his feet. Polkinghorn with the kick. Comes in ball towards the teammate. Fulton takes the mark. Despite probably a poor kick from Carey, North are able to survive with prevailing in numbers as Faulkner looks for quick inside 50. Did the work early on O'Keefe. You could see it from a mile away. Got a little bit of separation. And Jamie Quick will line up for his third. And to make it 5 in a row for North Ballarat. Distance won't be a problem from right on 50 for Jamie. In what has been an extremely tight tussle all day. Quick can make it a game-high 18-point margin. Starts his approach, will shoot from 50. I might let the crowd do the work for me. The silence says it's offline, and in the end, he does fail to register a score. 3 opportunities for North to maybe put this low-scoring affair beyond doubt. Have failed. The Borough clinging on for dear life. As we're going to wait for Stowe to jump the race and try to find the football somewhere in the vacant seats here at this 10,000 seat stadium in Ballarat. Stowe now has it. Will come from full back. Taking sides the broadcast side. The big fella says, I'll just dump it down the line. Long kick. Hutt from the side. Couldn't take the grab. Sparkman went inside but missed the target. Lockyer stepped there round one whoopie tackler. And now the Borough on the counter-attack. Hutt lowers his eyes to Kirby. He'll mark 60 from goal. We know he's a raking kick. Waits for the cavalry to arrive. Thumps a long one to the square. There's nobody home though. Hits the turf. Hutt with the hand pass. Ends it over Lockyer. Fortune favours the Brave. And he gets all the run of the play. Sebastopol get their 9th and make it a 6-point ball game here live at Mars Stadium. Sometimes the simple direct route to goal is the way to go. That's what Arnold Kirby showed us there. Yes, there was nobody home, but he gave his side a chance deep in the square. The mark wasn't taken. Hutt with the crumbs. Hand pass off to the captain and Lockyer. And off one real entry inside forward 50. And for the fourth time today, Sebastopol kicked the first goal of the quarter. 9-2-56, trails 9-8-62. Back on the way in the middle here of Mars Stadium. Neutral down to Polkinghorn. He's lifted in this term with the clearances. Inside 50 it goes. Keel always knew he was going to be tackled and waited for the right time to take possession and was wrapped up there by Lamb, 35 from goal. Will North quickly respond and restore their ascendancy? Knocked down there by McCallum. Quick on his non-preferred. Staring kick to the goal square. And Loverson marks. The missed kick hit the loose man in the square. He'll claim it was a pass. North Ballarat don't care as long as it goes between the big sticks. Loverson, early shot on goal was woeful. Won't miss this one from the goal square. And North Ballarat will make it a 12-point ball game once again. Takes his 30, off a couple steps, pops it through. Back to a 12-point ball game here live at Mars Stadium. Goal for goal to start the fourth and final term here at Mars. 10 goals, 8-68 leads, 9-2-56 the way of North Ballarat. Back underway. The big man McCallum fisted it down. Arts. The Borough really need to get a handle on these centre clearances. They get absolutely bullied and smashed by the bigger North Ballarat midfielders at the minute. They've sent Lockyer forward. I'd get him around the source. Once again, big fist by McCallum. Arts tried to go off the deck. Didn't get good connection. Troon went to ground. And we'll get a ball up on the outer side. Of course, the Borough one man down. James Keeble went off early in the first term, hasn't returned. That one less rotation might tire out the bodies and favour North Ballarat some more. O'Keefe was going nowhere, wrapped up immediately by Polkinghorn. And when he doesn't get the footy, does Riley. He makes sure he gets the hips of his direct opponent. On there by Lockyer. Hand pass, just gained territory more than anything. Widgery with a follow-up. Couldn't gather. North working it to the outside. Jenkins will dump it inside forward 50 for Quick. Bounce of his chest, won't be paid the mark. Yes, he will. Try it. Hit multiple hands. He had first and last. Umpire did make the right decision. He plays on, looks to the hot spot. O'Shea, too tall, holds on. North can't land that killer blow at the minute. As down the middle it goes. Mark's taken there by Medwell. Appeals for maybe a block off the footy, not going the way of North Ballarat. Looks to go sideways. Finds his good mate Banbury. You can go short as well to Widgery. Goes inside to Tucker Harvey. Plays on. Spearing pass. Lockyer takes it. Didn't have to break shot side. There's Lockyer. Snap around the body to the goal square. At the back it falls. Another drop mark. Off the deck goes Kirby. And he's missed. Big fella trying to show his soccer skills. Wrong side of the post for Sebastopol fans. 11 points now the margin. 9-3-57. Trails 10 goals, 8-68. At the right end for the Borough. Loader will bring the ball back in the field of play. Long to the outer side. Stowe weighted down, couldn't quite gather. Quick kick by North. Will sit up for Banbury on true centre wing. Wheels around to his preferred right foot. And it's a nice pass. Finds Harvey. Has a loose O'Shea. It's in our forward if you can spot him. Didn't. Decides to go towards Kirby at full forward. And the big fella, 1, 2, 3, 4, got it! Too big, too strong was Arnold Kirby. It has a crunch kick to make it single digits once again here at Mars Stadium. Hasn't played footy for a couple of weeks. Went back up to the territory for a few weeks. Back home. Comes back down to cold Ballarat. And has one of the most important kicks of the match. Comes in, there's Arnold. And he's got it this time. The Borough moved to 10 goals, 363. Trailing North Ballarat 10-8-68. Game on here at Mars Stadium. We can cut the tension here with a knife's edge at Mars Stadium in round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. You just feel like it's anyone's ball game from here. 5 points the margin. It favours the home sides North Ballarat. The Borough with the last goal through Kirby. Midway through the final term, one down there by McCallum. Cranberry run down from behind. Widgery got him, and he's let him know about it too. Been a bit of push and shove between those boys all afternoon. Points to Widgery on this occasion. Comes out towards the broadcast side. Finds Banbury. Nice ball, should find its target. Mark's taken there by Burzil. He'll send the Borough into attack. The big man Kirby's the target. It's on his head from the side. Almost Lockyer. Couldn't quite bring it down the second chance. And in the back, free kick will go away. North Ballarat, well played by Smarkman. Put his head over the footy and won the free kick. Needs to settle. There's this young man, averaging 24 disposals a game this season. And comes out towards the broadcast side. High kick. O'Keefe. Almost with the hanger with the one hand. Couldn't bring it down. We'll get a ball in between half forward, centre wing. On the broadcast side. Attacking side for Sebastopol, who trailed by 5 points. Stowe in the ruck. Manhandled by McCallum. Fisted forward by Hill. Notha waits underneath it, couldn't gather. Lamb gets the kick. Quick slipped out the back. Kind bounce favours North Ballarat. Solomon will get a half forward. It's a beauty. Mark should be taken there by Loader. Too far at the score. Waits for the cavalry to arrive. Plays on. Dumps along one inside 50. Nice hand shown by, I think it might be Scott down there. And a big pack of players. You thought Keir was going to come inside and kill it. Didn't. Mark's taken by North Ballarat. That's young Faulkner's hanging to that one. And takes his full 30 on a 45-degree angle, 30 from goal. To continue the trend of goal for goal in this final term. Kicks on its way. It's between the two big sticks. 11-8-74 leads 10-3-63 here live at Mars Stadium. Anytime you think the Borough's made some inroads in this final term, North are able to respond. Goal there to Max Faulkner at the 17-minute mark of the final term. Back on the way. McCallum failed to touch it. Simpson coming through, can't gather. Bromwich Lynch put out the stiff arm. And now he's caught. And I reckon he's gone. Holding the ball. Free kick should go the way of the Borough. Goes the way of Notha. Hand pulls off to Stowe. He thumps it inside 50. Looking for Paps. Couldn't create the grab. Hand pass was in the Medwell direction. Carey did well with it. Follow-up to lock things up for North Ballarat. And approaching time on. 11 points the margin the way of North. I'll start to think about clock management very soon in this one. McCallum wins it down. And he got one over the shoulder. Did the big fella. So Cam McCallum deep inside defensive 50. Will look to roost this towards the broadcast side. Goes in the quick direction. Banbury with the fist. Knocks it towards the boundary line. North Ballarat happy just to see it over the line. We're going to bowl in and take inside centre wing. for Sebastopol, who trail 10-3, 63 to North Ballarat's 11-8, 74. Upset on the cards here in round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League live at Mars Stadium. We're back underway. McCallum knocks it down. Medwell overruns this one. Hill ducked the head. Big tackle applied by Simpson. And more seconds tick off the clock for North Ballarat fans watching this afternoon. Back underway with McCallum winning it down again. Gets the right foot kick. Off the outside boot will land in a dangerous spot. Notha couldn't take the mark for Sebas. O'Keefe maybe got one high. Umpire said it was fine. And she was Harvey at the bottom of the pack. No free kick. Ball up in neutral territory once again. McCallum down the Cramry. Tries the handball. Umpire says illegally. Holding the ball, free kick the way of Medwell and the way of Sebas. Can they slingshot from centre wing? Looks to half forward, looking for Lockyer. Couldn't take the mark. Good spoil from behind by North Ballarat. Well played by Bromley Lynch, and holding the ball though. Dived onto the poking on. Free kick Sebas. Free kick Latch. 60 from goal. Got Kirby deep. That's where he goes with the long high ball towards the hot spot. Where are the crummers for the Borough? Not there on this occasion. Hand pass was partially smothered. Poking horn. He'll know what to do. Give it to the big fella, McCallum, and he comes out towards the broadcast side. Quick. Couldn't mark this one. At the back is Hill. Looks inside. Finds little Hales. Back to Hill. Trying to dance his way through. Couldn't on this occasion. Was knocked out of his hands. And North Ballarat get a stoppage in neutral territory in the middle of the grounds. Holding up under the pressure is this young North Ballarat defence. Bromley Lynch with the spoil before. One down there by Kirby. Keel. Dribbling kick will go inside 50. Carey with a slight fumble. Might open the door. Coming back into traffic was Lamb. He's wrapped up immediately. Holds it inside his defence. All the big guns around the footy for the Borough. Who can extract. Poking horn with the tackle. Wasn't over this shoulder to some slight appeals from the Spats faithful. Made the trip here to Mars this afternoon. Ball up the result. McCallum again the poking horn. That combination is just so good. Gets into the middle of the ground. O'Keefe just tries to fist it as long as he can. Quick hands from Hutt. Found a teammates going nowhere. 22 minutes now gone in this final term. 11 points the margin. And North Ballarat just ticking precious seconds off the clock. As we're back underway, both ruckman holding. Poking horn once again the target. Got one over the shoulder, free kick. Well played, Riley. His final term has been huge. And he goes down the middle. Looking for Quick. Banbury got rid of him. Took the mark. Becomes such a great interceptor for the Borough. Comes laterally to Hutt. Has to pull the kick down the middle. Was looking for O'Keefe. Sliding in. Cramry takes the mark. And he'll show all his experience. And just take as much time as he needs to. Even look backwards for the option. Might have cramped up, so he's giving it off there to Jenkins, who sends it inside 50 to the hot spot. Mark's taken again by North. Kilo below could be landed. Lamb marks directly in front, 30 from goal. He'll take his 30. Could make it a remarkable game-high 17-point margin. That's how tight this game's been this afternoon. But for back-to-back goals, the first time in this final term, Lamb to maybe settle things here at Mars. The kick is good. And North Ballarat kicked their 12th goal of the afternoon to move to 12-8, 80. Sebas 10-3, 63 here live at Mars Stadium. Lamb becomes the 10th individual goal kicker this afternoon for North Ballarat. And everything would have to go perfect here from the Borough if they want to be any chance. We know they can score quickly. They've got the big guns in Lockyer and Medwell around the footy here. They have to get the hands on it first. because it's been the poking horn shown in this final term with the centre clearances. Another ball up will be the result from this one. No shock who's on the bottom of the pack and Riley poking on. Fisted forward by McCallum. Hutt couldn't gather. O'Keefe dribbling left foot kick. Tough one to handle for Bazile. Polkinghorn dives in. Didn't drag it in, said the umpire. Arts trying to extract. Couldn't quite do so. And in the end, another stoppage. Another ball up. More time at the clock for North Ballarat. McCallum goes to ground and was held. Free kick will go the way of the big man. He's been super this afternoon. Has the big fella. Measuring ball down the middle is a good one. Mark's taken there by Gray. You feel like North's done enough now. He'll go with a long one inside 50, looking for Quick. Couldn't take the mark. Waiting down there was Scott, run down from behind by Snowden. And a ball up will be the result, 25 metres out from goal. Umpire happy to give a bit of time for the ruckman to come all the way from the centre of Mars Stadium to take the ruck in this one. Fisted forward by McCall. Down to Lamb. Game, set, match. North Ballarat. As easy as you like. 13-8-86 leads 10-3-63. It's North Ballarat who will move back into the competition top 6 after victory this afternoon. Two in a row from Elliot Lamb and from North. Sebas, they'd beaten the four bottom sides going into this one. Played 7th place, North Ballarat, and looks like their first real test in a while. It's going to have them come unstuck with question marks around where they are in season 2023. Back with the action, big tackle applied there by O'Keefe to lock things up in the middle of Mars Stadium. We've played 26 minutes in the final term. Kirby knocked it down straight to North Ballarat, though. They send it inside forward 50 with a bouncing ball. Scott, hand pass off to Quick. Has a vacant 50 to aim at. Polkinghorn streaming inside 50 as the target. And it's fitting this man Marks from 20 metres out on a slight angle. The last two weren't sealers. This certainly will be. Riley Polkinghorn's final term is the stuff of legends, ladies and gentlemen. His centre clearance work's been super. He caps it off for the goal. He might be challenging the big man in Cam McCallum for the votes and hence the medal when it comes to that night in 4 or 5 months' time. Comes in with a kick. Kept it low. Kept it straight. And kept it between the big sticks. Polkinghorn becomes the 11th individual goal kicker this afternoon for North Ballarat. 14 goals, 892. Leads 10-3-63. 4 in a row from North Ballarat to close the third term. They've kicked the last 4 now in the final term. They have a game high 29-point margin here live at Mars Stadium. Round 7 action in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League coming to a close very shortly, you imagine. North Ballarat going to be your victors this afternoon. Deserving so. Being the better side all afternoon, really, at Mars Stadium. Lucky couldn't extract, and another secondary ball up is the result. The hitouts have gone the way of McCallum. He's been dominant. The clearances have been also the big telling stat to favour North Ballarat. O'Keefe, the lucky variety, dumps it towards half forward. Sparkman backing back, couldn't take the grab. Crumman's favoured North. Polkinghorn's coughed it up there on this occasion to Notha, who's just gently slung into the turf by his opposing player there in Simpson. Did well not to slam Notha down and give away a free kick. With all that momentum, McCallum tried off the deck on the end on his hands and knees. Somehow got it to guess who, Polkinghorn. He goes towards half forward. Snowden, big fist, whack. Gains 10 metres. Tries to follow it up now in a foot race with Solomon. Solomon wins this on this occasion. Out to Troon. Coughs off to Hutt. He's dumped and gone. Holding the ball, free kick. North Ballarat. 4 of the last goals the way of the Roosters. Now they'll go inside forward 50 with another long ball to continue the party time stakes here. Almost a mark taken there by Lamb. Couldn't quite hang on. Kicked 2 final quarter goals. They had a right to have a mark and a shot of his third. Inside 50 still for North. Big fist there by Stowe. Quick kick there by O'Keefe, and Arts floating inside forward 50 takes the grab. 49 metres from goal. Looks to go back and take his time. You're right on his limit. Could be one of the final kicks of the match. Sam Arts kicked one already this afternoon. Averaging 17 disposals a game, the small forward. Decides to set it up to the top of the goal square instead. Almost the mark again to Lamb. Couldn't take it with the one hand. Big tackle there applied by Keel. We'll get a ball up. Better for the run, of course, Luke Keel. He's chucking the season through injury. First game back this afternoon. Back underway. McCallum. Brought to ground somehow. And another ball up. 25 metres out from goal. We've now played 30 and a half minutes in this final term. McCallum down again. Quick snap. Solomon hits the woodwork. But that dominance, especially that close to goal, has been on full display in this final quarter. A couple of goals coming from it. Keel plays on. Goes down the middle with the final kick of the afternoon. And North Ballarat were victors this afternoon in very impressive fashion. 14 goals, 993 have defeated Sebastopol. 10 goals, 363. For the Roosters, a couple of goals are Quick, Lamb and Cramry, whilst Arts, McGigan, McCallum, Tom Bromley-Lynch, Solomon, Faulkner and Riley Polkinghorn were the goal kickers this afternoon for the Roosters, whilst for Sebas, 3 to Paps, 2 to Hutt, singles to Lockyer, Medwell and O'Keefe. North will move back into the competition's top 6 after a victory this afternoon. One that announces themselves as a bit of a dark horse in terms of the premiership race in season 2023. And after losing to the Borough 3 times in season 2022, right some wrongs this afternoon against their arch rivals. And were deserving victors, it has to be said, all afternoon. Probably the better side. And they get the 4 points. Does Brendan McCartney's man. But that is it this afternoon here from the beautiful Mars Stadium. Hope to have you company next week live here. Thanks to our good friends at Red Onion. Until then, it's a bye from now.